my family, Mama would make them every year for Christmas. I told her the food so good should not just be made once a year, but she insisted it was a delicacy, which I later learned was code for, it's a bitch to make. Mama taught me pastelas take 24 hours to make. Why so long? Well, first you have to make the masa, or dough. That's usually yaptia and green bananas. And then you freeze that overnight, and the next day you make the filling. These are vegan. So the next day is when you make the dough. So that's usually pork, olives, onions, and other vegetables. Then you put the masa on a banana leaf, which you put on wax paper. You wrap it, and then you cook it for an hour. And then, voila, pastelas. It's funny that I like pastelas so much. I wouldn't go near them when I was younger because parecieron mierda. Shit. Shit looks like shit. I haven't been able to make pastelas since I've been married. How any housewife has the time to make anything more than arroz con habichuelas is beyond me. I wake up at 6 a.m. every day to get my kids ready for school. And then I sit or stand at the window as I watch my husband pull out of the driveway. And I wave goodbye. And it's just me and my two perritos. My husband's a good man. He always treated me well, but his family hated me because they said I couldn't cook to their standards. My mother-in-law is a real pain in the ass. Ofelia, are you sewing Mateo's pants? Ofelia, are you teaching my grandchildren Spanish? Ofelia, are you making sure Mateo doesn't get too stressed? I can't stand that woman. And I blame her for my husband's machismo. When I told my husband I was pansexual, he forced me to go to confession. He told me he loved me and would stay with me, but only if I stopped this crazy talk about loving all people. Only a man knows how to love a woman, he said. But we got through that. I spend my days watching my novelas and cooking and cleaning. My novelas keep me sane. I scrub the tub and the toilet, mop and vacuum the floors, and dust the furniture. Every 3 hours, I take my perritos out. My babies keep me company, but it gets lonely. I'm imprisoned by these 4 walls that I break my back to keep clean. Last week, I went to see my daughter in her school talent show. She was really excited about this piece that she was doing for a play called Hammer Machine because she said it was feminist like her. This coming from my 14-year-old daughter. She stood on the stage with the clock wrapped around her neck. And when the lights dimmed, she began. I am Ofelia. She who the river could not hold, the woman with the slashed arteries, the woman with the overdose, on the lips snow. Yesterday, I stopped killing myself. I am alone with my breasts, my thighs, my lap. I destroy the battlefield that was my home. I tear apart the instruments of my imprisonment, the stool, the table, the bed. I rip apart the instruments of my imprisonment. I destroy this battlefield. I tear the photographs of men who loved me and who used me on the bed, on the table, on the chair, on the floor. I smash the windows. I set fire to my prison. I throw my clothes into the fire. I go out into the street, clothed in my blood. When she finished, everyone in the audience sat in silence, offended by the fact that a 14-year-old girl would talk about blood and breasts and men.
Woman, what is wrong with you? I break my back every day trying to support this family, and you can't even take care of our kids?
I try. I can't control everything they do. I need to get out of this house, Mateo. It would be good for the family.
Women kind of easy. Women belong in the home.
He said. He walked up to me, put a pan in my hand, and said,
I need some flan, amor, something sweet like you.
He wrapped his arms around me, and we made love on the kitchen counter where I've poured my love into so many meals before. But it wasn't love. It was anger. Every thrust made me angry. I'm tired of being used on the bed, on the table, on the chair, on the floor. I shoved the pan to his head, knocking him unconscious. I love you, Corazon, but I can't stay in this home, imprisoned by these four walls, cooking and cleaning my life away. During my time as a housewife, I had forgotten how to make pasteles. They used to take me 24 hours to make. It's taken me 24 years to make this one. It's not perfect, but it's a work in progress.